the fourth part of this video, I'm basically going to tell you what I think about the game. Now, I started playing this game seriously about 2 weeks ago, having played it a little bit since I got it on the 360. I got it quite a while ago, to be honest. I didn't get it on release, but I managed to pick it up for around £40, I believe, from I think it was Video Game Imports. It's an internet-based company. So yeah, I've been playing it more intensely than I have done in the past, and in the past I thought it was very, very average and overly tough for no apparent reason. So yeah, as I've been playing it this week, my opinion of it's changed slightly, to be honest. The game has got hidden depths if you scratch under the surface. The control system is pretty intuitive, to be honest, and the bullet grazing aspect of it, you can create your own strategies. It's not all about memorisation with this game. It does help, but you can play in a more reactive way than you do in some of the other shooters. The sound on the game's fantastic. I really like the music. The music's really, really good. It's kind of invaded my head, to be honest. With the first level music, definitely has. I'm still can't escape the niggling feeling that it's very average, though, unfortunately. The textures on the graphics aren't great. You can see a lot of the polygons, and I know a lot of it's kind of cartoon and stylised, but it might not be to everyone's cup of tea. The presentation in between levels and in the options screen is really, really good, and the galleries, again, if you're into that kind of thing, then really, really quite an expansive gallery in there. But whilst my opinion has changed of the game, I am still very sceptical about it, to be honest. Yeah, it's fun. In some ways it reminds me of Chaos Field on the DC. It doesn't do anything great, but it's fun to play. It's not going to have the respect of say Ikaruga or Border Down, but it's still respectable. The same thing can be said for Shikigami 3 on the 360. It's there are a lot of 360 shooters out there that are a hell of a lot better, and that's the problem. It is the main problem with the game. Whilst I believe the game's better than Wartek Senko no Rond and better than Shooting Love 2000X, it's in a market that's rapidly expanding, and now Cave have got involved as well. It's looking decidedly average. My recommendation is, if you see it for around about £40, get it. It's worth about that. If you can get it cheaper than that, even better. But I suspect you probably won't, because I think it was quite a limited run in Japan. I think there's only 4,000 copies or something daft out there, unless it gets another budget run. I mean, I think that's right. I've heard rumours that there were only 4,000 produced, so yeah, it might be time to try and get it in cheap now before it goes up in price. But yeah, I mean, in comparison to something like Dodonpachi, even Automedius G, it looks weak, to be honest. But that's not to say that the game's entirely bad. I still really enjoyed it, and I am going to play it quite a bit more. But out of the 3 Shikigami games that are out there, it's probably the second best. For me, the second game's still better in terms of balance, in terms of the bosses in the game. I think in the second game are better. The bullet grazing seems to be better planned as well. In this game, it seems to be tougher, and the game itself seems a lot harder and a lot less accessible than the second Shikigami, I'm afraid. So overall, because we're old school, it's got to be a 78%. Yeah, I'm happy with that. 78% for the game. But I would certainly try those other shooters that are out there. Raiden Fighters, give that a go. Raiden 4 as well. In fact, yeah, if I was starting to collect again, I'd probably get it as one of the last games, to be honest. So yeah, that's my view of Castle Shikigami 3, otherwise known as Shikigami No Shiro 3. I will work on that pronunciation, has to be said. So yeah, going to do something a bit interesting for the next game I'm going to review. Watch this space on that. It's going to be a shmup. But yeah, and I'm going to put some gameplay footage on as well, because I'm conscious in the earlier video the footage that I put up was not great, because I was trying to juggle actually playing the game with talking, and I think I knocked the camera at one point as well, so it's doing some weird thing with the focus. So I promise that the next video that I put on here will be better. Okay then, see you later.